Good morning, children. Today we will start with the topic tenses. Now, if we talk about definition of tense, we can say tense of a verb indicates the time and of an state of an action or event. State of an action or event. So, to understand the topic tense more clearly, let's take an example. Let's say eat is a verb. Now, if I want to convey the message that I eat something every day, I'll take an example. I'll say I eat an apple every day, which means it is a regular routine of mine and I eat an apple every day. Now, if I say I ate an apple yesterday, so it means, what is the difference? It means that I do not eat every day. I ate an apple just yesterday. So these two sentences have two different meanings and two different meanings with respect to time. So in the first sentence, I am saying that I do this or this action is done by me every day and I am currently doing that. Whereas in the second sentence, I said that the action was done by me yesterday. So here I am talking about time. So here I am talking about time. These two sentences differ from each other with regards to time. So here I am talking, again I am repeating, here I am talking about time. So now it is clear what is tense. The word tense is a Latin word which means time. So tense is all about time. And so we can say tense of a verb indicates the time and state of an action or event. These two sentences we can say differ from each other with regards to time. So how do we differentiate which action is done when? So that is answered by the tense of a verb. So let us take an example. We have taken here a very simple sentence. Here we see three set of sentences. So let us consider this one first. Let us consider this one first. Now here, they eat apples. So what does this mean? This means that they eat apples. This is something which is happening in the present. This is something which is happening in the present. This means that they do it on a regular basis. They do it on a regular basis. And they eat apples every day. And they do it even now. They do it even now in the current time. In the current time. So they are basically doing it in the current time and they do it in the present. They do it in the present. So the sentence says they eat apples. Now let's take the next sentence. They ate apples. So what is the difference between in these two sentences? They ate apples. So difference between these two sentences is the verb form. Eat, ate. So the verb has only changed its form, but as a result, the meaning of the sentence changed. They ate apples means they ate apples in the past. Let us say this. Suppose this is the plate. This is the plate containing apples. Now they have already, since they have already eaten apples before, maybe yesterday, a day before yesterday. Now we do not know when, but they already ate it in the past and they are not doing it in the present. They are not doing in the present. So this is past. Now if we consider this sentence, they will eat apples. So here again, if you see, the form of the verb is again changing. The form of the verb is again changing. Here it was eat. Here it it was eat, then ate, and here it is will eat. Here it was ate, then eat, and here will eat. So what does this mean? This means that right now they are not eating apples. They are not doing it in the current time, but they will do it in the future. They will do it in the future. So you can see apples in the plate, and as it is, they have not eaten, but yes, they will eat apples in the future, and that future could be in the evening or tomorrow or 5 days later. We do not know, but they will eat apples somewhere in the future. So here, if you compare these three sentences, what do you see? The verb changes in all of them, and due to change in verbs, the exact meaning of the sentence is conveyed to us with regard to time. We get to know that whether the apples were eaten by them in the past, or they are eating apples in the present, or they will eat apples in the future. So these tense always indicates the time and state of an action or an event. So when that event is happening, so that is all is defined. So that is all is conveyed by tense. Now, as we talk about present, past, future, as we talk about present, past, future, you can easily relate them as today, yesterday, and tomorrow, like today, yesterday, and of course tomorrow. So yesterday, something which has already gone, something which has already gone, and that's past. So tomorrow, which is yet to come, and that's future, and what is existing right now, that is present. So now, say tense indicates time of an action. So here we have again taken three sentences, three examples you can see. Now, here you can say which is in present tense, which sentence is. So looking at the form of the verb, you will have to decide. Now let's take the first sentence. I play football. That means I normally play football, so I do it maybe regularly, but it is in current time. Current time means present. Current time, and so I do play football even now, and so it is in present tense. It is in present tense. It tells about the time. It tells that about the current time that I play football. I play football. It is about current time. It is telling about current time. Whereas sentence I played football. I played football. Now I played football basically refers to the fact that in the past. Sometime I played football, but I do not do it now. I do not do it anymore, but I did in the past. So it is in the past tense. So it is in the past tense. Whereas right now I am not playing football, but I will play football. I will play football. So playing football is in the future. Will play football is in future. And we can say it is in future tense. It has not happened yet, but he will or she will play football later. So that's future tense. So here with this example, you can see that tense definitely indicates time, whether the action is happening in the current time, or it has happened in the past time, or it will happen in the future or coming time. And what is the action here in this case? The action here is to play. The action here is to play. So when will I play football? So that playing will be done either in the past, present or future. That is indicated by tense. That is indicated by tense. Now, not only time, tense also indicates state of an action. State of an action. Now, you might ask, what do we mean by state of an action? So, to understand this, let us again take an example. So, here I have taken 3 sentences. I am reading a book. I have read a book. I have been reading a book. Now, so if you look at these 3 sentences, they have 3 different meanings. So when you say, I am reading a book, that means that I am currently reading a book. I am currently reading a book. So here, what is an action? Now, action here is reading. Action here is reading. So this action is going on right now. The action is still going on. So let's say that the current time is 3 o'clock. Suppose current time is 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. At this current time, this action is continuing. So let us move on to the second sentence. Move on to the second sentence. And so in this second sentence, we say that I have read a book. So this sentence tells us that the action is not continuing right now. The action has just finished. So I have actually read the book, and the current time now, we are assuming that the current time is 3 p.m. We are assuming that the current time is 3 p.m. So at 3 p.m. when I am saying this sentence that I have read the book, that means at 3 p.m. I have completed. I have completed reading the book. So I have just finished the action. So the action has just been finished. So now let's move to the third sentence. I have been reading a book. So here basically is a combination of first 2 sentences. Here also, I am still reading the book, but at the same time, I am trying to say that I started reading the book quite some time back. Sometime back, maybe 2 hours back, maybe 2 days back, or 2 weeks back. So I started reading the book sometime back, but I am still reading it. I am still reading it. I am still reading it. So the process of reading is still continuing. So in the third sentence, the action had started before, but it is still going on, and so it is not completed yet. It is still going on, and so that is conveyed in the third sentence. Now the most interesting thing is that all of these 3 sentences are in the present tense. Present tense. So basically, with regards to time, you can say that yes, all of them are in present tense, but still the state of an action is different. State of an action is different. For example, in the first sentence, the state of an action is that the action is not yet complete. So the action is continuing. The state in the second the state of an action in the second sentence is that the action has just completed, and state of an action in the third sentence is that the action has started quite some time back or in the past, but it is still going on. So here also the action has just not completed, but here one additional thing is that the action has started before. So 3 sentences tells us that tense not only indicates time, but it also indicates state of an action. Like, what is the state of an action, whether the action has completed, it is going on, or it is not complete, or whether it has started right now, or whether it has started in the past. So it gives you the exact state of an action, exact state of an action. So now we can say that tense indicates state of an action. So now that we have got the clear idea about the definition of tenses, in the next class we will talk about types of tenses. Thank you, children. Hope all of you have understood.